Hey everybody, Invisiblekatana here, back again with Back to the Future, the game. Got all our wires tangled up now. We're gonna get right into this. Oh, there's a button. I'm gonna push this button. Just run over to it. Boom.
Pleasant dreams, Hill Valley. And the expo would like to remind you that you can find everything you need to transform your dreams into reality at Hal's Hardware. Hal's Hardware,
Very cool.
serving our fair city since 1895.
There's a million buttons on this thing. Alright, so I believe this is the button I just
Pleasant
pressed.
dreams, Hill Valley.
Yep.
And the expo would like to remind you that you can find everything you need to transform your dreams into reality. Hardware, an artificial rainbow, serving our reassuring all the good people of Hill Valley that their needs are taken
That
care
was
of.
a mistake. I'm just gonna
And
leave that
life
behind.
is sweet.
If I'm gonna get to Emmett's, I need to
Okay.
find some wheels.
That was definitely a mistake. I thought one would cancel out the other. So I'll fix that. We'll just do it again.
And after the rain, what else? An artificial rainbow, reassuring all the good people of Hill Valley that their needs are taken care of, and life is sweet.
I have to wonder what the deal is with the whole Jetsons aesthetic.
Agricultural advances will make it a breeze to feed our burgeoning population. Tired of waiting for Mother Nature to do her job? Just press a button. Presto! An artificial rainstorm drenches the valley's thirsty crops.
I feel like those were out of order. They should have been in
The
reverse.
century looks
But
bright for our fair metropolis. Jump with us 50 years into the future for a peek at Hill Valley circa 1981. Courtesy of Hal's Hardware and the collective imagination of mankind. Could this be our venerable town square? Yes, indeed. Though the form looks strange and new, the function remains the same as ever. But where are all the people? Why, they're underground. A network of burrows extends a mile into the
that's
earth,
very
giving
interesting.
future Hill Valley's 10 million citizens plenty of space to work, play,
Whoa.
and raise their families. Of course, our residents will want to venture forth into the fresh air occasionally. And what better excursion than a pleasure ride in this elevated super train of tomorrow?
with no stops, I guess. Okay, that's interesting. It's always the glimpse of the future. Like I said, they got that Jetsons aesthetic where everything's like super high up above ground, except they're living underground, which is interesting. And there's just a lot of elements to that make really no sense. But man, did we have a crazy idea of the future. Like, mankind had such an interesting vision for what the future was going to be. Like, man, by the year 2000, we're going to have this, you know, even Back to the Future, like with 2015, it wasn't super crazy. Outside of, you know, the flying car stuff, but they got some things right there. You know, there's some things they have right, you know, TVs having multiple channels, things like that. But crazy, you know, flying cars and the constant joke that everybody always makes.
My
that,
future
oh, it's
wouldn't
a
be built so
skateboard.
shoddily.
Hi, Miss Strickland. I was just...
Break what you like, Mr. Crockett.
Crap.
It's no skin off my nose.
Distracted
Just
me.
keep away from Emmett's booth. Speaking of whom, I better go see what's keeping him.
I'll go check on him for you. I was just heading there anyway.
No, you weren't. The last thing he needs is another distraction at the 11th hour.
But...
Tut tut. Not another word. I've got the rest of the day all mapped out.
Miss Strickland!
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Heavens, you shaved off your hair, but Carl Sagan?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
I'm not sure it would be seemly for me to be seen in the company of an alleged arsonist.
I think it may be in your best interest. You see, I know what you're up to.
Oh, dang.
Let's go somewhere where we can talk
I
privately.
know what you're up to. So,
I'll keep her occupied.
I would like to note something. I didn't reference this in the last episode, but I definitely wanted to note the fact that Doc Brown, full head of hair when he's super happy, but, you know, you're stuck with the bitch and then your hair falls out because you're pissed off and stressed. Just wanted to note that I didn't miss that in the last episode. He didn't shave his hair off. He probably lost it from CBS, which is crazy bitch syndrome. Just saying.
It's not as nice as my truck back in
That's
'86.
not what I meant to do.
Jeez. I hope I...
I thought that he was looking at the boxes. I am done. But we're just gonna steal all this random stuff.
I wonder if that has a massage setting. I wish the courthouse did look like that in 1981. Press button to experience future Hill Valley, circa 1981. I don't think I've visited that timeline yet.
Oh, diamond shoe.
Nice rock.
Oh wow, that's pretty
But
cool.
I can't reach it.
Okay. So I currently have the skateboard.
Hang on, Emmett. Hope you're ready for a big breakup.
Okay. Very nice. Ah, I should have went over there. But that probably wouldn't have been a good idea.
Emmett?
But I missed out on the opportunity in general. Why was he in the house?
Thanks again for your assistance, Detective Parker.
Detective?
Oh, he's
What the hell is
doing the
Kid doing here?
Oh, his
Nothing criminal, I
alignment.
assure you. I was just getting a mind map of Mr.
Yeah,
Tannen
okay.
for our exhibition at the expo.
I'll wait till
The
they're done
authorities
talking.
wouldn't allow Edna and I to stage a demonstration of the mental alignment meter with a violent felon, but this little baby is just as good. Okay, let's see now. What's next? Check the stew, sort the maps.
Oh, my
Ooh,
birthday
I
was on a
almost forgot
Tuesday in
that.
Edna
1931.
really is
If that's
cracking the whip,
accurate.
isn't she?
Well, yes.
October
but
6th.
She's got my best interests at heart. Without her, I can get so distracted. Did she send you down here to check up on me?
Yeah, she wanted to come herself, but...
She's busy too, I know. Well, you're a poor substitute for Edna's lovely features, but make yourself at home.
Thanks.
No thanks are necessary. Without you, I'd never be where I am now, in love with the woman of my dreams, and a mere 6 hours from my first public triumph as a scientist. Wait a minute. 6 hours? Jumping Jehoshaphat, I'm running out of time!
Okay. I was actually born on a Tuesday, too. So, that's interesting. What I was going to say... Oh, all the old stuff is still here. So, what I was going to say... This is something else that I didn't mention in the last episode. When they were explaining the machine and how it, like, rates people and their mental acuity and all that good stuff, I was like, that just sounds like... especially when Edna said it rates your affinities and things you like. I was like, that just sounds like the love machine where you just put your hand on something and it's like you're a stud or you're a limp fish or whatever, you know, the things say. I was like, that's exactly what it sounds like. And that's exactly what those used to look like too. And it's really funny that they made it like that.
Work?
Here, I'll show you.
Hey,
He didn't,
Test
it
subject
didn't
wears
use a
this mind
helmet.
mapping helmet, which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
uh-huh.
When I turn on the mind mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses, as indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Hey, is that...
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
Interesting.
All I see is a bunch of holes.
Well, to you, maybe. But to our mental alignment meter, this mind map is nothing less than a peek into your subconscious. Observe as I place your mind map into the MAM.
Decent chap. Hooligan.
Layabout. Is that machine calling me a slacker?
No, your own physiological responses did.
Interesting. So, I guess I need to check out that screen projector again because he was like, "Hey, isn't that blank? That's
Hey,
not the
could we
actual
watch Frankenstein on this?"
screen."
Sorry, Sonny, but I need this projector to trigger positive and negative visual stimuli for my mental alignment tests. Besides, a movie like Frankenstein should really be watched on a big screen, don't you think?
Where in the world? Wait.
Nothing happened.
Well, that button advances the slides during the mind mapping test. It only works while the test is running.
Oh, we can test his stuff. Oh. That looks neutral to me. Okay.
It's a picture of Edna.
She looks even
Since
younger
Emmett's
in
got the
this
hot
than
fur,
she
I
did
guess
in.
she's supposed to provoke a
she actually
positive
does.
response.
Like, it's weird. Like, I mean, obviously it's a drawing as well, but it looks like a school picture. Like that's almost what that looks like an old timey graduation picture or something. It's really funny. Slide advancer. Okay, no, who the F was this? Oh well, that's not the same person. Oh, John Wilkes Booth.
Wait,
I think that would probably come
That's
out
John
red.
Wilkes Booth, the guy that shot Lincoln. So I guess he's supposed to be a negative figure.
Yeah, a lot of yellow there, man. Don't seem to really care about life or existence. Granted, he's not looking at anything, so I think that's the point. So...
It's Danny Parker. He's a cop, so I guess he's supposed to get a positive response from model citizens.
Okay, I think I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And I need to put in, I really didn't expect there to be like so many actual pictures in this. I thought it was legitimately going to go from Edna to whoever.
I don't know who that is, but he's clearly a Tannen, so I guess he's a negative figure.
I like that. Okay. Oh, I'm sure we'll be running into him in the next episode because we go, if I remember right, we go even further back in time. That is Strickland, which is hilarious. I think that's the picture from the
Hey, I remember that picture from Edna's apartment in 1986. It's a kid and a relative of Edna, so it's probably a positive figure.
Well, I guess it's supposed to be a positive figure, but that's totally Strickland because that's like her younger brother. Remember? Okay. This was the one I was curious about because I'm like, who the F is that? Okay, that did look like Trixie at all to me.
I don't think Edna approves of her, so I guess she's a negative figure.
Okay. Oh. What was that? Not what I meant to do. I wanted to actually examine it first.
I wonder how this new mind map for Emmett turned out. It's my skateboard of the future. Well, from the past.
The skateboard of the future. Today. So with it being all yellow, I figured I'm like...
That's not a great reading, but if I really want to get Emmett in trouble, I better aim for the bottom.
Okay, so what do we do here?
Ew. Ugh. Did the clamp fall off again?
Oh.
Yeah.
Put it back on. Well, I don't even know why I keep that bacteria tank around. Every time the clamp falls off the nitrogen tube, it takes a couple of minutes before I can get the stench out of the air.
That seems really bad. Yeah. Whoops. I literally pushed the exact same button. I don't know what's wrong with me.
That's a can of used motor oil, rocket fuel waste, and assorted chemical sludge left over from my abandoned rocket car.
Sounds dangerous.
Accounting doesn't enter into it, but it is disgusting. Would you mind disposing of it on your way out?
Sure.
Amazing. Swift hands. That was an accounting joke because gross worth and net worth and stuff. That was a really good one. Also, it was a reference to the first movie where Marty kept saying, this is heavy, and Doc was like, heavy weight has nothing to do with it.
Hey,
that's a really good one.
What's cooking?
Love that reference.
That's
and that was
an
a
old
silly
Brown
joke,
family
too.
recipe for Hassenpfeffer.
Hassenpfeffer.
Rabbit stew. The trick is to add the cumin an hour after the carrots. Take a whiff.
I'm assuming that would be good for him.
Isn't that just about the best thing you've ever smelled in your life?
It's, powerful, yeah.
I've got it on a slow boil for later.
Okay. Spidey senses. So, unfortunately, I have to actually go through all this stuff so that I know what's what. Why does he look so distraught?
It's the placard we'll be putting in front of our booth at the expo.
The scientist that caught Kid Tannen?
A small
It's a really funny
exaggeration,
picture,
but Edna
though.
says it'll attract investors. What do you think of the picture?
You look a little constipated.
What? Edna said I looked intense.
Yeah,
Intensely
intensely focused on
constipated.
taking-
I get the picture. I'll have to find a better one. Unfortunately, there's a lot to choose from.
Heavy.
Von Braun.
Extremely. Mother has been rather obsessive about photographically cataloging my life.
Okay. Do.
I'd be careful of that if I were you.
Why?
The rocket fuel
It'll
experiment
explode.
must have stripped one of the teeth in the hand crank. As a consequence, if you turn it for more than 10 seconds, it
Whoa.
sends out an electric shock.
Definitely bad, yeah. Okay. So I think we got just about everything.
The mind of a degenerate criminal.
This kid Tannen's mind map, as captured by our mind map helmet.
You could tell he's a criminal just by looking at this?
No, but when it's fed into the mental alignment meter...
I love how the paper seems to be this really weird thing where it just
Weird.
like bounces
Weird,
around
nothing.
inside what it's
It's
supposed to be put
science.
inside. Okay. So I think I have officially gotten just about everything.
Damn it. I've got to go out for a while.
That is
I
not.
thought Edna sent you to
at
make sure I
all what
wasn't
I
getting
wanted to do.
distracted.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Crap. Okay, the thing's open, so there are some advantages to having gone back by accident.
Hey, Doc. I mean, Mr. Sagan.
Excuse me a moment, Miss Strickland. I've got her neutralized for the moment. How's the plan proceeding on your end?
I'm going to the DeLorean.
About that gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
So many
Chronometric
options to
analyzer?
talk about.
Yeah. What am I supposed to look for again?
A signal that it's done evaluating the time circuits. The analysis can take a while. Be sure to let me know when the light turns green, and I'll take her out for another test run.
It's about Edna.
Don't worry, she's not going anywhere right now.
That's good, but... Have you found out anything that can help me?
Only that she's stubborn, argumentative, and completely convinced of her own moral superiority.
Great, thanks, Doc. That really helps.
Just talking about.
What are you two talking about anyway?
It's a
I'm assuming
private
she's
matter. I
trying to
promise
get
I'll
there to
keep it
sabotage.
For the present.
Sabotage everybody else.
She isn't starting to get under your skin, is she?
Heavens no. The memory of her older self wheeling me into the reconditioning chamber is just too strong. The younger version is decidedly more attractive, though.
Well, I can't
On
argue
another
that,
subject.
I guess.
Less distasteful, I hope.
Whoa.
Is it true that you only had eyes for Edna?
At that time, I'm afraid so. I always tended to idealize the opposite sex. I was educated in a boys' school, and Jules Verne was always a little sketchy with female characters.
You haven't got time for a therapy session, Doc. Edna made a point of saying that teenage you looked great in her grandfather's suit.
I did cut a fine figure in that suit. She hated it when I got it dirty.
Oil.
Maybe I could talk teenage you into losing the suit.
I doubt it. I knew how much that suit meant to Edna, and at that time, my only desire was to please her.
Was Edna right when she said you had a virtuous brain?
I do indeed. No criminal tendencies whatsoever. Solid citizen through and through. That's how I was able to go so far in politics.
Yeah, I'm starting to miss Kid Tannen. I think I'm starting to get a plan.
Good. Tell me. No, no. After all, it's my history we're talking about. If I
I
learn how
guess
you're
that
planning
makes
on
sense.
altering it, my resolve may weaken.
Alright. See what I can do with Edna.
Can I talk to you a minute, Miss Strickland?
Surely. Excuse us a moment.
It's like this.
Trixie.
I found out about Trixie Trotter.
Yes?
Apparently they made her some sort of queen of the festival. Techne, the muse of progress.
They didn't. Well, they said this expo would give Hill Valley a reputation. I didn't realize this is what they meant.
What have you got
Kid's
against Trixie?
insanely pissed.
It's the idea of it. Allowing our city to be represented by a woman like that.
I really thought she was just gonna
I
straight up
won't
say
stand
whore.
for it. As a socially conscious citizen, I demand you discharge that muse.
Trixie? What's wrong with her?
Oh, she's hardly qualified for an honorific post at a public event.
Look, lady, she fits the costume. She's an American citizen, and she managed to memorize all her lines. What more qualifications do you want?
That cloud looks like an angry
Oh,
angry
these
face in the
people are
background.
impossible.
Oh my goodness, this chair's getting super uncomfortable. I need an actual. I need
You
like
wanna get
a
Trixie
gaming
fired.
chair in here.
One
'cause
simply can't allow women
this
like
really
that to
starts to get
attain positions of
uncomfortable after a
respect
while.
in society. It creates a very bad precedent for the future.
Does it?
But try telling it to this poor sap. She's got him completely steamrolled. That's how they operate.
Is it?
Still, I could get her discharged if I had the goods on her. No doubt a woman like that has left a trail of scandal, and I'd find it if I were still a reporter. But I haven't got time to do the legwork now. I'm too busy with Emmett and his invention.
So you wouldn't hesitate to get
Hey,
Trixie
there's the
fired
dude in
from
the
her
background,
job?
the big guy.
If I had the goods on her. She's obviously got her employer completely bamboozled. The only way to snap him out of his spell would be to show him something really shocking.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Okay, so simply put, I guess I need to just break everybody up. I gotta get, I have to turn on the device. I really should have been holding B that whole
That
time.
volcano looks a lot like the one I did for my 7th grade science fair.
So I have to turn on the device, switch through the pictures so that the calculating thing knows what pictures are showing up, show them the right or wrong images, I guess. Oh, there's a button for
Times
this.
may be hard in Hill Valley, but our present worries fade into insignificance when we ponder our Pleistocene past. Is the wolf knocking at your door? Be glad he's not a Tyrannosaurus, king of the ancient lizards. And if you find yourself drowning in debt, well, you could be drowning in something a whole lot stickier, like the Hill Valley tar pit.
Yep.
This peek into the distant past is brought to you by Lamont's House of Ermine, reminding you fur is forever.
I guess they'll see about that. Talk to the big guy, cue ball.
Hey, pal.
Oh, jeez, this guy again.
His teeth
Funny,
are
I was
like
gonna say the same
truly
thing.
green.
Shouldn't you be in jail with the rest of Kid's gang?
I was, but then an opportunity availed
Oh, look at his
itself, and
teeth. They are
Sang like a canary.
I prefer to think of it as exhibiting an admirable sense of self-preservation.
His teeth are straight up like those like glow in the dark vampire teeth. That's what his teeth look like right now.
Will you be playing piano for Trixie later?
Nah,
Why not?
'cause little Miss Goody Two-Shoes thinks she's too respectable for cue ball these days.
His teeth.
You seem kind of angry about Trixie.
Angry. Listen, kid, me and Trixie go way back. I know stuff about her that even Kid doesn't know. Stuff that curls your socks.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And now to see her flouncing
I'm
around
so
the place,
distracted by
making
his
like
teeth
her
right now.
stink
It's
don't
insane.
smell, it just, well, it just cheeses me off, you know?
So what's so, toe
Toe
curling
curling.
about Trixie's past?
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, come on.
Fair enough.
No.
Tell you what, I'll tell you something embarrassing about me first.
Like what?
Well,
Well, under the influence of alcohol, my mom made a pass at me.
Ooh. All right, Junior, you win. That was pretty embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as this.
Trixie?
boudoir.
Yep.
She's not wearing much.
No kidding. She did a lot of these artistic
And he was just,
postcards a few years ago.
Strolling
I got a
around
whole
with
set of them.
Can I, have one?
just strolling around with one in his pocket.
You ain't gonna do
This
nothing bad with it,
Shazam.
are you?
Tits.
I promise. I'll only use it for the greater good.
Well, okay.
Have you heard from Kid lately?
We're not exactly on speaking terms these days on account of our varying degrees of incarceration.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff have they got you hauling here?
How the heck would I know? Electro this, robo that, dynamo the other. It's all Greek to me.
Oh,
what's with your
okay.
teeth?
Here we go.
My teeth?
Yeah, they're
green as shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Seriously, man, what's going on with your teeth?
It's nothing. Nothing. Oh, crap.
What's wrong?
Like
It's
some green
these.
tobacco or
Dr.
something?
Frinkle's algae cakes?
A crate of them
Oh.
fell off the truck while I was unloading it, and I just can't stop eating them. How was I to know they'd turn my teeth green?
Well, the algae part might have been a clue.
Please don't rat me out, Artie, okay? I really need this job.
No problem, but you better let me keep the cakes.
Sure thing, pal.
Hang
Okay.
loose, pal.
I'm glad that was
All
relevant
funny,
because I'm
mister.
like, man, why the F are his teeth green? It was very distracting. And I just thought it was like a weird thing where they just had his teeth colored green and they, I don't know, they didn't finish or something. I'm just like, I don't understand what is happening here.
Hey, Artie.
Glad there was an answer
Hey,
to that because
Mr.
that was
G-Man.
that was-
How's the
that was getting to me. That was really getting
undercover
to me.
operation?
If everything goes as planned,
Oh,
we
man.
should be
That
wrapping
is
things
too
up
funny.
real soon now.
Well, when it's time for me to play my
so-
part, just say the word.
So you're the registration guy for the
I just
expo?
gotta hear it all.
And
I
chief
have to.
accountant and paymaster.
Hey, you're coming up in the world.
Paymaster.
And none of it would have happened if I hadn't responded to that subpoena.
You haven't met Sylvia yet, have you?
My contact person? Not yet. Is he or she at the expo?
I don't think so, and I'm pretty sure it'll be a she. Keep your eyes open for Sylvia.
What should I do when I meet her?
Just let nature take its course. You're not gonna let Edna get Trixie fired, are you?
Not on your life. She'd have to bring me a real smoking gun before I'd even think of letting that kid go. This job means an awful lot to her, you know.
I don't suppose you miss working for Kid Tannen.
I'm curious if I can give
sirree,
him
Bob.
the picture
I
and
don't
what that
know
would
how I
do
ever
for
got
the
mixed up
storyline.
with an abusive, gun-toting thug like that. He even stiffed me on overtime pay.
That's the worst.
Think the Hill Valley Expo will be a success?
I don't see why not. Why shouldn't California have its own high-technology center?
Keep doing what...
Grandpa.
That's our, code name for you.
Oh, ha! Funny.
Hi, Artie.
Go on.
Huh? Right, so, Grandpa,
Okay.
that's all for now.
Over and out.
Hi, Grandpa.
Okay. Yeah.
That's all.
I just need the dialogue. Let's see what happens.
How about an algae cake?
Much obliged. That
Horrid,
was
yeah.
different.
Okay. Don't really understand
Not
how
giving
that could
him
be
this postcard of
relevant.
Trixie.
Okay. Let's see. She get some green teeth.
How about an algae cake?
One doesn't normally
Sounds
think
disgusting.
of algae as a dessert item, but, what the hell? Well, it's got a very, unique flavor.
Don't know what relevance this has, but
I just want to make sure.
everybody's getting
Is this
green
you
teeth.
on this postcard?
Yeah, that was my first photo shoot. You want me to autograph it?
That's okay.
I didn't think that was gonna happen. Well, let's see. Let's get this guy. Maybe he'll want an algae cake. Disgusting algae cake.
How about an algae cake?
Yes, I am feeling a bit peckish. Where the hell did you get that crap?
The expo.
I'm fairly
Not
curious
giving
now.
him this postcard.
Oh, wait.
I see. Well, you certainly do know a lot about me, Mr. Say.
From one investigative reporter to another, Miss Strickland.
One might question your motives, but one can't help admiring your method.
I love how their body is like they're in the middle of talking and it's just like, and they just stop. We're going some algae cake.
How about an algae cake?
I really don't get this.
That tastes exactly like the sludge that Edna was pumping into me back in the Citizen Plus ward.
Interesting. Okay, starting to get some
How about an
relevance
algae
now.
cake?
Don't mind if I do. Not bad. Algae, you say? I'm going to suggest that they add that to the menu at the orphanage.
You might want to take a look at this.
Just
Why
disgusting.
in the world would I be interested in... Oh,
Disgusting.
what have we here? Oh, sir! Mr. McFly! It appears your muse has been inspiring
Oh, there she is.
more
Okay.
than
I was
progress.
like, I'm pretty sure that slamming noise is supposed to be someone doing something.
Oh, no. What are you doing with a dirty postcard?
What is she doing in a dirty postcard? I swear, Mr. McFly, if that doesn't convince you that Trixie Trotter is unfit to represent Hill
I
Valley...
don't need you to lecture me about who I can or can't hire, Miss Strickland.
Oh.
Trixie's darn good at what she does. I don't care if she was once the winsome wench of Winnipeg. Her past doesn't matter to...
Look at the
Trixie,
moose.
What is it, Artie?
you know I don't like to pry, but what state did you grow up in?
Province, Manitoba. Why?
Not even an American.
See, darling, the
What's up with
charter
the blue?
specifically states that the expo's hostess must be a U.S.
Like the blue on
citizen.
his outfit, I
so
meant.
if
It-
you're really a Canadian,
It's like a weird
I'm
image
being
just riding
fired?
up.
You are firing me?
I don't want to.
Here.
That's a
take it
really
back.
weird stipulation. But
I'm glad somebody's listening to reason.
1930s. Or for wherever I'm at, I don't know. I feel a
Let's
slap
talk.
is coming. Oh. Cool. Do 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 do.
Trixie?
I'll do it. I'll make that blue-nosed Betty eat her heart out.
That's great. I got it all planned out. When Emmett shows
But we
up...
gotta do it my way.
Huh?
What?
I'm no good with improvising, and I ain't gonna memorize no lines. But I was in this play once.
guess that makes
the
sense.
Parlourmaid's Predicament. I figure I could lift a scene from that.
Okay.
Only, I need a few props.
Why am I not surprised?
Some furs, a big
A
diamond.
diamond,
It
yeah.
doesn't have to be real, understand?
That makes it easier.
And something from this friend of yours, Emmett. Has he got a photo album?
I don't know. Probably.
Better bring it to me.
Furs, a diamond, and Emmett's photo album. And then?
Sit back and watch the fur fly.
Okay. So, whoopsie. Wrong button. Gonna need this.
Press button to experience Hill Valley's
Not that
primeval
one.
past. Okay, if this
Thing
dinosaur is called a
disappeared.
Tannosaurus, I'm gonna... oh, whew.
Dun, dun, dun. Caveman.
Furs donated by Lamont's House of Ermine. At least they're going to a good cause.
Yoink.
They're stuck
Sort-
tight in
oh,
this
never
tar.
mind. That actually makes sense. See what this
Maybe-
does. Oh, dang.
Maybe when Real Doc comes back, we'll take a trip to see a dinosaur.
There's a comic, the Back to the Future comic book. There's a story where old Biff from Back to the Future Part 2, when he stole the DeLorean in that scene to change 1985, change everything from 55 all the way up to 85, he actually went way back in time before, and because he screwed up and went super far back, and he got like chased down by dinosaurs and stuff. It was interesting. So let's see. I'm going to need a box, because I'm going to need... I need a boost to get to the diamond.
Hey, buddy,
Oh, good. He's back.
Diamond and Trixie.
you still cheesed off at Trixie?
Yeah. But I'm more cheesed off at whoever got her fired.
Oh. You still cheesed off?
Yeah.
Oh. Stay out of trouble.
Cool. Effing great. Wow. Unbelievable. Oh my goodness.
Nice rock.
Okay. I thought I could do that from a different angle and it would actually make some sort of difference.
How's it hanging, Emmett?
No time for small talk. I've got machines to tune and mind maps to sort.
Alright, photo album.
Hey, Emmett, I've got an idea.
Really?
What?
And he's
Why
on the
don't
other
I
side
take
again.
your photo
He's...
album over to Edna so she can pick out your new picture.
That's a great idea. She's got a better eye for these things than I do anyway. Thanks, pal.
Don't mention it.
Okay. That was just something. No.
Hey, Emmett, got a sec?
Why, yes. In fact, I've got several.
So, you and Edna, how serious are you guys?
Well, we both enjoy a good joke every now and then, but I'd say on the whole we're fairly serious people. Why do you ask?
No. What I mean is, how serious is your relationship?
Oh, well, as a scientist, I can't state this with 100% confidence, but I'm provisionally certain that I'm head over heels in love.
Really? With Edna?
What can I say? She's my muse. In the weeks since we've been courting, she's given me so many wonderful ideas.
You sure Edna's the right woman for you?
What do you mean?
I'm trying to figure out what I need to do first before I go back. Because I think I need to do the printer thing now. Because I don't have any other way to get to the diamond or the fur. I need something to pull that out because it's stuck in whatever, the fake tar. So I need something to get some items around the diamond so I can lift that up and pry the thing out. So that's kind of what's going through my head right now.
Controlling?
Like, where do I go
Controlling?
next?
Edna? No.
Because given the
She's
photo
just
book
giving
is
me a little
one
much-needed
step.
guidance. Before
I
I
would
met
assume.
her,
I
I
could
was
be
such
wrong.
a flibberty-gibbet, always getting distracted by the slightest stray idea. But now, thanks to Edna, I stay focused on the task in front of me, like a narrow-band stream of stimulated photon emissions. Focused!
Cold fish.
Isn't she a little cold?
Don't let the schoolmarm exterior fool you, buddy. Edna's got enough warmth to raise a liter of water from 0 to 100 degrees centigrade. Know what I mean?
I wish I didn't.
That was obvious. I mentioned before, a lot of this stuff Edna was saying was like, that think that could be taken some double entendre ways. That was just sex stuff. I mean, not necessarily sex, but, adult things.
I don't know. I just think Edna might be a little dangerous.
Oh, I agree.
You do?
Like all independent women, she's a danger to the patriarchal status quo. That's one of the things I love about her. She shakes things up.
You have no idea.
All right, so
I just think you should be careful, that's all.
Thanks for the concern, but I'll be fine.
Oh, there are like 100 million options.
Is all this new stuff what you're showing off at the expo?
Like,
Yes,
I would lose my
it's our
mind if I
mental
actually skipped
alignment
it,
meter.
though. Like, it's
Mental alignment meter.
too crazy.
I thought you were working on some sort of rocket car.
The rocket propulsion system was far too unreliable,
It just
as
gets
that
later
incident
and
with
later.
Einstein proved.
It's
By the
323.
way, whatever happened to Einstein?
I wish I knew.
Anyway, I started tinkering with an alternate method of propulsion, but that was before things started heating up with Edna. Our conversations about the possibilities of applying technology to social ills pushed my research in a whole new direction.
What's a mental alignment meter?
It's the most revolutionary piece of technology since the cotton gin.
What does it do?
It reads and interprets the subconscious desires of the human mind.
Why would
But
you
for
wanna
some reason,
probe
that sounded
people's
super dark
minds?
the way he was saying
Why wouldn't you? Imagine being able to diagnose mental disorders with a flick of a switch, or detect the truthfulness of courtroom testimony merely by connecting a witness to a small portable device.
The machine does all that?
Not yet. Frankly, right now, the whole thing's just a gussied up potentiometer. But with years of refinements and a whole lot of investors, the MAM will be able to identify countless psychosis and neurosis, alcoholism, acrophobia, Oedipal complexes.
And?
And then we can set about curing them, of course.
Of course.
So, that last thing you said, the Oedipal complexes, that's Oedipus, who, it's an old story, but Basically, he's destined to. I'm trying to remember exactly how the story played out. It's a weird story. It was like this king was destined to be murdered by his son, so he gave his son up. The son grew up as like a normal person, but rose through the ranks and actually became king. Killed his father and ended up marrying his mother, but they didn't know that until like all this crazy stuff happened, and then it's like, surprise, that was your destiny. Mom banging. Oedipus.
Anyway.
Perfect segue for him to say that.
Did you make a mind map of yourself?
Of course. Take a look.
Edna's right. You are a model citizen.
At least as far as my invention's concerned. Confidentially, this whole enterprise is a little light on the hard science and a little heavy on the smoke and mirrors.
I don't want to see any of these answers.
What do you say we take a break for a couple of hours?
I just want to skip
go see
so
a
much
movie.
stuff.
A couple of hours?
Actually, it may be more like 70 minutes.
I haven't got a couple of hours. I still got all these mind maps to sort, and the MAM's wiring is still giving me fits, and...
I get it, you're busy.
All
Can you
right.
tell me how this mental alignment meter works again?
Of course. Now, pay attention. Subjects put on the mind mapping helmet, which I activate with this radio switch.
Check.
The subject is then exposed to a series of visual stimuli provoking positive, negative, or indifferent reactions that are recorded by the mind map printer.
Right.
Once a mind map is completed, it can be inserted into the mental alignment meter to pronounce
Degenerate
judgment on the
criminal.
subject's mental state.
Honest Joe.
Okay, I think I got it.
Cool,
I
cool.
can't believe you invented all this in 2 months.
Well, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of inventing going on here. I just dressed up a $5 potentiometer with a lot of bells and whistles.
But
Don't get me wrong, it does a remarkable job of telling whether a subject is currently liking or disliking what they're experiencing. But all the extra stuff about sorting out criminals from model citizens is mostly a bunch of hooey at this point.
what's with the new threads?
You like them?
You look like Colonel Sanders.
Who?
Never
See?
mind.
Edna gave them to me. She says my usual clothes don't have enough zing for a public exhibition.
Totally called it.
You sure you don't want to take in a movie? I think you'll like it.
Strange as it may sound, I've got more pressing things to think about than going out to movies.
Okay.
Sometimes I really love this game. As much as it messes with my OCD, especially for this being a Let's Play and I have to read every effing thing I see, sometimes little stuff like that, the Stormtrooper thing in the last episode, him finally saying you look like Colonel Sanders, it's just, some moments are just perfect.
How are things between you and your father? I'm kind of surprised he hasn't torn down your lab yet.
Well, he's still angry with me and threatening to cut me out of his will, but I'm hoping that the civic potential of my mental alignment meter will win him over.
Oh, okay.
You look busy. Why don't we talk later?
Sure thing.
All right. Let's get this bad boy going. So, we're gonna do. There we go. All right. So, oh wait, do I need to? So, all right.
What's this?
The mind map cards from the dozens of
red.
subjects I've tested during the last few weeks. I've got to get them sorted before the expo begins.
Why?
Edna's got this grand scheme to catalog all of Hill Valley citizens by their mental alignment. Isn't that cute?
Not really.
So cute. All right, so we're gonna go Edna with the
How goes
stinkfish.
the bacteria farm?
Not so hot. The bacteria have kind of gotten out of control. I had to put a clamp on the nitrogen tube to keep the
not at
stench
all
from
what I
flooding the
wanted.
lab.
Thank you for that dialogue. I just need to. There we go.
Ew.
Oh.
I was about to say what? Okay, slide advancer. Ah, John Wilkes Booth. Okay. Whoops.
Guess it's already stinky enough in here.
Wait.
Ah, that smells
Okay.
much better. Careful, don't let all the flavor escape.
Okay, so we got that for John Wilkes Booth. Do. I guess I could just go back and forth. I don't know if I have to like physically repeat every single thing, or if I'm even gonna be able to do that. Generator.
No!
I mean, I'm able to do it 2 times in a row, so I guess I can just do the same couple of things, and I'll be good to go. So we change on to the next one. Tannins, so tannins should always be bad. I couldn't even think what I was trying to say.
I don't know who that is, but he's clearly a tannin, so I guess he's a negative figure.
So, actually, that's perfect. Okay, so we'll go with. Is it good? So yes, we'll keep that. Man, and this was supposed to be good. Oh, it's a whoops. Oh, actually, that's not how it works. It looked like he was actually about to say something to me that last time. Yeah, so this should
It's a
be.
kid and a relative of Edna, so it's probably a positive figure.
Yeah. So we'll just zap him up again.
No!
Okay. Man, this is like an oddly tedious process. So Trixie, tra-ta. I love how easy this is. Like with the good, all I have, as long as it, like the whatever the smoke stuff is, like with the stinky smoke or the good smell of the broth, it's just permanent. So like I just zap him, it's red, hit the button, go to the next one. I don't have to do anything because it instantly goes to good, and then I just hit the button and it's like sweet. That's really easy. It makes my job easier. Emmett Brown. Now we're talking. Ah, suspiciously
Hey, Emmett, I
fried.
think your mind map test is broken.
Oh, well, that switch just keeps shorting out on me. No time to fix it now. I'll have to take care of it at the expo.
Looks like I'm not going to be doing any more mind maps. I guess I'll test this out and hope for the best.
Do.
I wonder how this new mind map for Emmett turned out.
Okay, so got it. All right.
Bingo. Now
So
Emmett's
it's
mind
exactly
map
what
is
we
as
needed.
bad as Tannen's. Now all I have to do is swap this out with Emmett's original mind map, and Emmett's own machine will do him in.
Easy peasy. So we do the old
Okay,
switcheroo.
Emmett, get ready to meet the
Bada
new
bing,
you.
bada
Hey,
boom.
what?
Whoa.
I almost left behind my mind map card. We're gonna show it off at the expo as a
That
rare
did,
example of a
admittedly,
model
that's gonna
citizen.
caught me off guard.
Edna kill me if I forgot that.
She might kill you anyway when she gets a look at that mind map. Once Emmett gets to the expo, I'll try to figure out how to get him to put his card in the mental alignment meter. But for now, I better concentrate on making Emmett a slob who cheats on his girlfriend.
Wow. I feel like a real douchebag.
Hey, Emmett, I've got a... Whoa!
Oh, Shazam.
Whoops.
What the heck?
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Your suit's ruined. Edna's gonna be royally PO'd.
Wrong.
What?
When Edna gave me this suit, I realized that the probability of me keeping it clean was infinitesimally remote, so I spent a few hours whipping up this.
Whoa, Whoa!
Dude,
What was that?
that's like a
Chemical
gajillion
compound capable
dollar
of wiping the grime
invention.
off any surface.
Emmett, you'll make a fortune.
Not anytime soon, I'm afraid. Due to an inherent instability in its molecular makeup,
temporary.
after 12 hours, the cleanser's component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-shredding enzymes, rendering it unsuitable for commercial use.
Wait a minute. Does that
Interesting.
mean your suit's gonna
It was just-
dissolve in
yeah.
12 hours?
Hey, gods, no. The solution dissipates into the air after it's applied. But it does mean that after this batch of cleanser ages another 11 hours and 53 minutes, it would eat away this suit faster than 1,000 starving moths. And that
And
would
probably
be a crisis
shred
of
his-
unimaginable proportions.
Why?
Skin as
Because
well.
this suit belongs to Edna's grandfather, who wore it on his wedding day. Poor guy was gunned down just a few years later.
Emmett?
Well, enough wool gathering. Back to work.
Interesting.
That cleanser doesn't seem very portable.
It isn't, but this is.
A perfume bottle?
Yes. No. I mean, yes, it's a perfume bottle, but inside is a concentrated dose of my all-purpose cleanser. With a little luck, this should last me through the next 12 hours before its component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-destroying enzymes.
Clever.
Guess I'll just swipe that for
What the hell
myself.
is that?
What?
I wasn't even looking in the direction on that
Sorry,
one.
I thought I saw a tarantula.
Oh man. Okay.
I Don't Care by Trixie Trotter?
Oh.
Edna doesn't approve of that sort of music, but I find it very soothing. Oh.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I
Oh,
don't
okay.
care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care. You see, I'm sort of independent. I am my own superintendent. My star is on the ascendant. That's why I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what people think of me.
I actually like this song. It's a
I'm happy, go
decent little song.
and say I am
I actually could actually be able to hear it like this.
I don't care. I don't care.
What?
I was just thinking about the future. All that talk about Edna's grandfather made me realize something.
Please let it be something about lightning.
Life can be short, sometimes brutally so. So why not seize the day and grab your happiness while you can?
Let's go see Frankenstein.
Sure, I like where this
That'd
is
be a
going.
funny
I was
transition.
saving this for next Valentine's Day, but why should I?
Uh-oh.
I know what I want.
Oh.
Emmett, no.
They got
I'm
the
gonna
ominous
ask Edna
music
to
and everything.
marry
Like,
me. Right
the
now.
worst
No.
calls
Oh,
ever.
right. I'll wait until tonight at the expo. It'll be much more romantic that way. Just think. By this time tomorrow, Edna and I will be engaged and will be the toast of the scientific community. And I owe it all to you.
You're welcome.
Super cool. Definitely time for some clothes shredding enzymes. I wonder if you could have avoided that. That'd be very interesting if that were the case. Let me. Oh my god. Man. Oh, thank goodness. I already had the photo album from the last time, I think. Alright. Oh dang. Should have gave him a fish cake. Or algae cake, whatever.
I brought him its photo album like you asked.
Let's see. Gee, he's not bad looking. In an egghead kind of way.
Remember, I don't want you seducing him for real.
I ain't a cradle robber, kiddo. How about the furs and the diamonds?
I'll get him to you.
Clothes shredding enzyme. Put some stuff away. I doubt this will work. Oh wait, unless it's actual tar.
It's a good thing I did this before Emmett's 12-hour time limit, where the cleanser might have dissolved the fur. Let's
Okay,
slip
guess
out
it
of those
did.
furs, shall we?
Would you look at that? Alright. Whoa.
If Jen and I ever strike it big, we're never wrapping these things around our necks. Hey, Trixie. Are these furs good
Item
enough?
number 2.
Well, they're a little ratty, but they'll work. Now bring me that diamond and we'll be in business.
Now that is the question. How in the world do I get this diamond? I mean, also like throw
That doesn't need cleaning.
throw the bottle or something. Man, what's the Emmett's strengths?
Now we're getting somewhere.
Well, citizen, faithfulness, and the suit. It's not what I meant to do, of course. The suit. This wouldn't make a lot of sense.
Don't want to get that covered in any messy oil.
Find her a way to get the diamond. Look at him. I'm curious. I just want to make an question. Phony diamonds, some furs, and a baby picture of Emmett. There's a diamond ship out there somewhere from the high school. Yeah, places of virtue. Impatience. Just keep doing it. Oh. Okay, well that's interesting. I don't think I would have figured that one out, honestly.
Agricultural advances will make
Makes
it a
sense.
breeze to feed our burgeoning population. Tired of waiting for Mother Nature to do her job? Just press a button. Presto! An artificial rainstorm drenches the valley's
There you
thirsty
go.
crop.
Borrowing it.
Don't know if I would have figured that one out, if I'm being totally honest. Wait, let's see what he says.
If you squint, it almost kind of looks like a big diamond. Voila.
Say, pretty snazzy for a phony rock. Gimme. Keep that up and I may take a real shine to ya.
I'd rather you take a fake shine to Emmett.
I'm working on it.
So, you got
Alright.
everything you need for your big scene?
Everything except for your friend.
Emmett Brown, redheaded guy about yay high. He'll be the one with Edna Strickland.
Not for long he won't.
Great.
Whoops. What was that? What's another slump?
And you're firm in your intentions?
I am.
Then that's that. And yet, I can't help feeling I can talk to you.
See if the DeLorean's all said and done with this scanning deal.
Doc said to tell him when the light on his diagnostic thingy went green. Hey, the light's
it's green.
green. That means Doc could take the DeLorean out again.
And I need to give him a 12-hour bottle.
I don't see any stains on.
Okay, well, whoops, nope, there we go.
I need to
'Cause
talk to
he's
you.
gonna go back in time. It'll be bad.
Excuse me, my dear.
I'll give him the bottle.
Yes.
Instant 12 hours, boom, boom, boom. Tear the freaking thing to shreds.
I swiped this from Emmett's, your lab.
My
It's a.
anti-stick, anti-stain formula. I remember it well. I had high hopes for that concoction until I discovered that it decays into a cloth shredding enzyme after 12 hours.
That
That's
really
what your
sucks.
younger
It's
self
such a
said.
genius idea, but you can't distribute it.
About that gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
The chronometric
There are
analyzer?
things that can't have
The light's gone green.
stuff stick to them, though. There are t-shirts where it's like
System
nothing can
checked
stick
out.
to them.
I
The
should be able to
viscosity
take
is
it
too
for
high.
another test run.
But it's not like slick. It's very. I always wanted one of those shirts just because I'm like, that's so cool. They just like pour ketchup on the shirts. It's on the
I
website.
will.
I can't remember what it is. But, like they just pour ketchup on the whole shirt and it just like slides straight off. It's like so smooth. Let's see if it worked this time. Also love the fact that he just jumps through time right on the street.
When did you land this time?
9 hours
me.
and 37 minutes ago.
Ouch.
Frankly, it started to get a little difficult to avoid running into myself. Still, the time jump yielded some interesting new data on the flux field. I'll run some more tests and we'll see what we find.
9 hours later.
It'll be safe in there. Nope.
Yeah.
No green light yet.
Okay, so what do we have? Let's go to some hints just to see what happens. What did Emmett say about the lesson of his cleanser? Okay. Oh, you know, maybe I can just go back and forth. So,
I'm back.
And I'm busy. Make yourself at home, though.
There's something on. Oh yeah, the algae cake.
Hey, Emmett, need a snack?
Desperately. What is it?
Some sort of algae cake. It's supposed to be nutritious.
Oh, I've heard of these. Oh, they better be really nutritious.
I guess that makes sense. I didn't even think of that as being as being an option. That's funny. All right, so get the heck out of here. Go back to the DeLorean. Oh, it looks red from this distance, but we'll see what happens.
Hey, the light's
Oh,
green.
yep. All right. Guess I'll do this before I end out the episode, since it's a simple
need
way
to
to
talk
do
to you.
it.
Excuse me. Much. Yes?
Your chronometer's gone green again.
Excellent. Let's hope this time my test run is a success. I'm sorry to desert you again.
Yes, well, you've left me with plenty to think about.
Ooh, it jumps right through time, right in front of everybody. So it'll be like 12 hours later.
By the look of things,
7 hours. I'm
Dang.
this close to identifying the problem. Guess I better crank up the old chronometric analyzer once more.
Okay, so let's go through it one last time. I'm so glad I could activate that from a
How's it
far
going in
distance. Do. Okay, do.
hey,
Do.
hey, Carl.
I'm sorry, Miss Strickland.
Call me Edna.
Your chronometer's gone green again.
Ah, time for another test run. Miss Strickland.
Go. I shall await your return.
So it doesn't really matter because that was 7 hours. So as long as it's just give me a solid 4, or no, it has to be 12 hours.
Yeah, any luck this time?
Depends what you
Hopefully
mean by
5,
luck.
which
My arrival time was off again.
By how much?
8 hours this time. Gave me the chance to take in 3 showings of Frankenstein. Good.
that's
movie.
pretty cool.
A bit implausible from a scientific perspective, but I can see how my younger self would have been mesmerized.
What about the DeLorean?
Oh, yes. I did get one critical piece of information. The chromium elements in my circuits became unstable during the temporal shift. I should replace them with titanium.
Great.
Now,
Cool.
unfortunately, titanium won't become commercially available till the Kroll process is perfected in 9 years.
Not
9
cool.
years?
But there may be another solution. I'm going to fire up
They
the
could still
chronometric
technically
analyzer
jump
again.
ahead in
And
time.
one story, and there you can. Uh-oh. Where did it go?
The lab.
Ah! You better get down there before she makes the situation impossible. I'll tend to the DeLorean.
Pick up our
Age to perfection.
clothes shredding materials. Gain an impossible
Damn it,
amount
I'm
of
back.
speed as he does a jump and he somehow gains on the truck. Just spray him right there. Just shred everything.
Oh my!
You know, I thought you were coming down here to keep Emmett focused on his invention.
Oh, she is. But she's generously scheduled brief canoodling breaks every 45 minutes to keep my mind fresh.
Time's up, dear. Let's get back to work.
Shall we?
Now, Mr. Crockett, what can I do for you?
Can I talk to Emmett? It's kind of important.
It'll have to wait until later. Emmett's got a lot to do before the expo opens. Isn't that right, darling?
You know it, Schnookums.
Schnookums.
You can talk to him later.
Mr. Sagan says he needs to talk to you back at the high school.
He does? Whatever for?
He says he's got a lead on the speakeasy arsonist.
He does he? Well, I'm not sure
Well, she
anyone
is-
cares about that old story anymore. But I suppose I could spare a few minutes in the service of solving a crime. Will you be all right without me, sweetheart?
It'll be tough, but I think I'll muddle through.
Try to keep him focused. He's so easily distracted.
Dang, she was
Don't
moving at
I
like super
wish.
speed. Alright, so we're just gonna hit him with the decay spray.
There it is. I've been looking all over for my portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula. Where'd you find it?
Out by the trash?
That's strange. I haven't been out there for hours. Oh well,
Are you gonna spray your jacket? It's looking a little dusty.
not until it's really dirty. This cleanser doesn't grow on trees, you know. Well, some of the ingredients grow on trees, but the rest are synthesized polycarbonate
Really
detergent
dirty?
blends.
I can do that. I'll wait until you're at the expo to show Edna what a suit-destroying slob you can be.
Well, that's about it.
Alright.
Yes.
Yep. As soon as I get all this stuff loaded into the truck, I'll be ready for the expo. Want to lend me a hand?
How about I go tell Edna you're coming? I'll, get her ready for you to pop the question.
Good thinking. Go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
That also
I
helps
really
avoid a
hope this
lot
works.
of manual labor. Although I don't know how he's gonna lift that thing all by himself. That looks like the other dude from the bar. The artist guy.
Doc! What's all the hustle and bustle?
It's almost time for the opening ceremony.
Holy jeez, I better work fast. I think I got it all worked out. When it all comes together, Edna will think you're the worst guy in town. I just need a couple more pieces.
Doesn't look too happy about that.
Don't go to too much trouble.
What do you mean? Oh. You got the time circuits fixed.
Not exactly. You see, I've been mulling things over, and
He still loves Edna.
in the timeline you're from,
The right timeline.
yes, I've got a wife.
A great wife. Clara, and kids, and a dog, and a bitchin' time train, and
And Edna, how does her story turn out? How does she end up?
Normal?
well, Edna ends up.
Technically?
She's
I feel
she's
like-
doing great. She's got a full life,
Oh.
lots of friends, always busy.
She's got a fellow?
Sure, lots of them.
Lots of them. She's a tramp?
No, what I meant to say was,
Let's start over. How does Edna end up?
I mean, she was.
to be honest, she ends up kind of sad.
I mean,
Sad?
she didn't seem sad from her
She lives
perspective,
with some
but
cats in a
from the
dinky
outside
little apartment,
perspective,
and she spends
it's
most
not
of her
the
time
best.
yelling out her window at people and collecting newspapers and living in the past.
I see.
but she's also a dystopian future dictator
Perhaps we've been going
in
about
the other
this problem
timeline,
the
so
wrong
it's
way.
like,
Do we
you a
really have
bitch.
to completely obliterate my timeline so we can restore yours?
Doc?
Maybe we could have the best of both worlds. I could be with Edna, but it could be a little bit, you know, more healthy.
how does
Do
that
you hear
even work?
yourself? Do you know what you're saying? Let me remind you.
Yeah, let's go with the brain.
She tried to erase your brain.
Oh, she was terrible, no argument. Horrible. Oh, but she started out with such pure intentions.
So did Nero. I don't believe this.
All I'm saying is, let's stop and take a breath. This elaborate plan to derail my younger self's love life, is the short-term misery worth the long-term gain? Maybe we could find a third way. One where everybody wins. What do you think?
Man,
No. I'm sorry, Doc. I can't go along with what you're saying. You don't belong with Edna.
So you're determined to break us up, in spite of my
this is very
statements.
interesting. I never
Basically, yeah.
considered this.
then there's nothing left to say.
He's not gonna steal the DeLorean,
Where are
is
you
he?
going?
Because that
Why
would be
should it matter to
crazy.
you? Aren't you planning on overriding me?
Dang. This just got like super serious. I'd be so scared if he actually took the DeLorean. Oh, and he jumped through time. Yeah, he left me. He just jumped through time with a time traveling machine. And I am now in the 1930s or 40s. I really can't remember. I think it's the 30s. It's got to be the 30s. And I really thought I'd be able to save it in this episode. I was kind of, oh, perfect. Because I was waiting for like everything to stop so that I could just save it. I just wanted to do that last part so it would get to here. I just wasn't expecting like a whole dialogue moment between Marty and Doc and the super emotional ending there. But had a good time with this episode. Despite all the dialogue and everything, I'm glad I finally got to this, which I knew that was going to happen. But I assume that the next episode will actually be the end of this, but I could be wrong. I have been playing for about 2 hours. I feel like I've got a decent amount of stuff done, so I would assume the next episode is definitely going to be the ending. I hope it's not a super short episode, and I'm like, like 10 minutes away from the ending. I doubt it'll be 10 minutes. I'm sure it'll be like I would assume at least another 30 minutes. So I hope it's longer than that. I hope like I'm able to do like another full hour or at least like 40 minutes or so. But I enjoyed this episode despite all the dialogue options and, kind of running through the motions with that. Still had a really good time with this episode, but of course, we'd love to know what you guys thought about it, so please put your comments down in the comment section below, and please join me in the next part.